All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the People Person podcast presented by Good Time Media. I'm your host, Wyatt Metzger. It's good to be back. It's been a little bit. I took a few months off, finish college, get back in the gear of things. But today I'm welcomed on by a very special guest, a world record holder 3 times, right?
Two, three.
Three. I love it. Little Bricks guy on TikTok, also known as Russell. Thanks for joining me today. How you doing, man?
Not a problem, man. I'm doing excellent. Thanks for having me on.
Now I gotta ask. First thing you notice when you hop on screen here, the Mohawk. What's
Yeah.
what's the story behind that? How long you've been rocking that?
I've been rocking the Mohawk for almost a year now. Actually, almost 2 years now. Man, it's been a long time. It started back when we first hopped onto TikTok. I came across a young girl who was battling cancer, and she had the cutest little faux hawk. So we shaved a mohawk in my head, and I connected with that family on a level that I never ever anticipated connecting with any families that we helped out. And we ended up raising a bunch of money and a ton of awareness for what this young girl was battling, which was a rare form of brain cancer. Unfortunately, 9 months later, she passed away from cancer. And I told her family, I was like, I'm going to rock this mohawk till the day I die. I'm going to tell Tessa's story. And then my community came along and was like, hey, we need to do something with it. So every month, I go down to Sally Beauty and I grab a new hair color and we dye my mohawk a different color to bring awareness to a different childhood disease. So it's a great way to pay homage to Tessa and to all of the amazing kids that we help out here.
Wow. But yeah, no, I want to get into obviously fundraiser, all the stuff you're doing. That's incredible stuff, raising a ton of money. But obviously, first and foremost, I want a little bit more about your background. I mean, you're a world record holder. That's a pretty cool thing. Not a lot of people can say that. So is it all Lego stuff? All three?
Yeah, so all three are walking across Lego bricks barefoot. I set the record at 120 feet. Then Dude Perfect took my world record. And then Lego took theirs. And then I took it back. And then about a year later, a friend of mine broke the world record. And then we all got together and did the team record, which is timed. So every year I try to break a new record, and all three so far have been walking across Lego. The last one, I hurt my feet quite a bit. So my doctor's like, you can't do that anymore. So this year we're breaking our fourth world record by building the world's largest word out of Lego. And we're going to be doing that up in Philly in October, and it is going to be massive. It's going to be somewhere between 10 and 22,000 Lego bricks. So I'm trying to work out the logistics literally as we speak.
What word is it going to be?
We're building the word love. So the goal is to actually get this into one of the children's hospitals as like an art piece with the world record. Our local children's hospital, CHKD here in Virginia, they're actually opening up a mental health hospital, which is super needed in today's world, unfortunately. But they're doing this in a big way. So we're hoping that we'll be able to get it into that hospital, like right as the kids walk in, just a giant word of love.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's sweet. Now take me back the first time you decide, all right, I'm going to walk across Legos. I'm going to try to set a world record. Was that just a personal thing? Was it like, you know what, screw it, I want to be in a book, I want to have a record? Yeah. Or how did that start?
No, I think like any great adventure in my life, I just kind of followed what was going on, just kind of trusted in the universe. So I used to run a Lego show on Facebook every day. We'd tell Lego news and did it with my daughter. It was a lot of fun. And a story came across our desk about a organization in the UK, based out of the UK, called Fairy Bricks. And they do exactly what we do. They've actually inspired me. Their president, Kevin, has been an amazing man, an amazing guide for me. But the story came across my desk that over 2,000 Lego sets were stolen from their delivery van just before Christmas. So to help bring awareness to what they were doing and to try to raise more funds so they could buy more Lego sets, my daughter at 4 was like, Dad, we need to do something. So we came up with the world record idea live on Facebook, back when Facebook was the big thing. Yeah. And from there, it was like maybe 4 months, and we just literally put everything together and just went for it.
Now, talk to me about the Lego community. I don't know why I can't say I know anything about it, but you've seems like you've been part of the game for a while, the Lego game. What's that community like? How cool is it to be a part of people, and how rabid of a fan base are they?
The Lego fan base known as like AFALs, adult fans of Lego, they
That's
are,
awesome.
yeah, they have like their own language and lexicon. But yeah, they are a phenomenally diehard group of people. In fact, the second time I took the world record, which was kind of the catalyst for starting the nonprofit, it was all because of the Lego community. They're very close knit. I would say probably 5-10 years ago, it's a small community, but it's grown massively over the years. And especially with like the TV show Lego Masters and things like that, it's gotten even more mass appeal. So they really are diehard fans, and I love the fact that we get to base this year's donations all around that community. So this year we're traveling the nation with a tour called Brickfest Live. It's like this giant Lego convention that shows up in cities, and we're bringing out a swatch of Lego for people to walk across. And every city that we go to, all the money that we raise at those events from the AFAL community, from these Lego fans, we then right there in that city, we go buy all the Lego and we deliver them to a children's hospital. So it's a great way to not just network in the Lego community, but also the local community, and get everyone's help in building big smiles on these epic kids.
That's awesome. Now, is there anyone, any like maybe celebrity, actor, athlete who's like secretly very involved in the Lego community that you know of? Is there anyone who's like a secret Lego head, like
Yeah.
who people would be surprised by?
So I think people would just be surprised that the majority of your celebrities out there are some sort of Lego fan. I know Joe Jonas and his wife, they like built this massive Lego set when COVID first happened. David Beckham is like a massive Lego fan on so many levels. I think people would be more surprised at how many celebrities just enjoy Lego in general. And if you look in the backgrounds of all their like podcasts and videos, every single one of them's got like some little Lego tchotchke somewhere. I think the real question is, what's their severity of being a Lego fan, right? Yeah. Everyone in the world is a fan of Lego. It's just how die hard of a Lego fan are you?
Yeah. Now, what do you think the appeal is for Legos? Obviously, like there's something to be said about just sitting down. The same with like puzzles and stuff. You want to see something completed. You want to put stuff together. What do you think the appeal is for that? And obviously, it's a community. A lot of people, like you say, it keeps growing. What's the appeal there?
So I think just talking about in general, like outside of the hospitalized, medically complex community, in general, I think Lego has so many appeals. One is that instant gratification, like you get to see what you're doing come together as you do it, right? The second is physical building actually unlocks a lot of stress relief and anxiety endorphins and things in your brain while you're building. So it's a great stress reliever. It also is universally recognized. Anyone can pick up a Lego instruction booklet and start building. It doesn't matter what language you're in. I could be in a room full of 20 other people that all are from different countries, and we get a booklet of Lego, and we're all on the same page. And I think the biggest thing, though, is the fact that you control what you build, right? You can build what's in the instructions, or you can take that same box of pieces and build whatever comes to your imagination. And the beautiful thing about that is you give the same box of Lego to 10 different people and tell them to build something. They're all going to build something completely different. It's all what's up in here and what's in here.
What's the coolest thing you've built with Legos? Is there something that you're proud of? Like, I want to keep this to myself. This is staying with me. Like, this isn't getting out of my sight. And do you remember when you built it, how you built it, and how long it took?
Yeah, I do. Unfortunately, he fell apart.
Like that has to be the worst.
Well, the beautiful thing about things falling apart is it's Lego, right? It can go back together. You just have to find the time to get it back together. And I'm wearing so many hats, through the Little Bricks Charity Guide TikTok account, doing like all social media for my just day-to-day life, but
Mhm.
also for Little Bricks Charity, and also trying to find ways to fundraise and to get to new cities. Getting that set back together, I just haven't had time. But it's an awesome finger puppet. It's like this face of Santa Claus. I don't know if you know or follow Santa J. Claus on TikTok. He is
I
the
don't
only
think I do.
verified Santa on any social media, and he was in like JoJo's last music video for Christmas. Like, he's a
Mhm.
big time dude. He inspired me. I was like, oh, I got to build something for Santa. So I built like a talking head. It's pretty cool. If I have a photo, I'll send it to you
Yeah,
so you can
sweet.
know what it looks like.
Now, talk to me about the timeline for setting up the charity. It's Little Bricks. Is that the official name?
Yeah, Little Bricks Charity.
Little
Yeah.
bit. Okay. Talk to me about the timeline and setting that up. And then I'm also kind of interested in how the pandemic kind of played a role. And obviously, you said people were inside. Some people picked up Lego, started building stuff. How the
Yeah.
pandemic play a role in all that?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like everybody's life, my life changed. I think mine changed for the better, where a lot of people had really rough changes.
Mhm.
So I feel very lucky through this, the way this all happened. So we broke the first world record, and then Dude Perfect broke the second one. And while Dude Perfect was breaking that one, I was in the midst of trying to start Little Bricks Charity. This was way back in 2019, late 2018, early 2019. And as I found out that Dude Perfect broke it, when we started to break it again, I started doing a lot more research into why Fairy Bricks was giving Lego to kids and why Lego was so amazing for these awesome children. And as I did this research, I just felt it in my heart. I was like, man, this really is the best toy for these kids to have. And it is the most requested toy in a hospital. And it's the one that they're always depleted on. I was like, I feel like this is my purpose. Like, the universe has like laid this path in front of me, or built this path in front of me. And I have this opportunity. I have to take it. So with everything I've done in my life, I just go for it. Like, I'm either all in or I'm not doing it at all. And as soon as I figured out that Little Bricks was what I wanted, I was like, this is it. We got to go all in. So it took me about 4 or 5 months. I sold my whole entire Lego collection. Well,
Wow.
I sold off all my Lego sets that I had to get the charity up and running. And I then did the charity kind of part time for a couple years. So 2019 and 2020 was just me doing it on the side, getting a few Lego sets here and there. And then COVID happened. And when COVID happened, just like everyone else, it hit me really hard. Unfortunately, I lost my job at Canon, an amazing job that I'd had for a very long time. And I turned to TikTok. They gave me a great severance package. And I was like, hey, I have like 4 or 5 months to figure things out. I'm just going to do TikTok for a little bit. And it really kind of started as a joke. And
Yep.
we went on to TikTok because all the hospitals that we were planning on donating to were like, we can't take anything. They just shut down their doors.
Mm-hmm.
And when our nonprofit is there to go to the door and deliver Lego, what do we do from there? So we started building our community, the Little Bricks Nation, through TikTok. And man, when I came onto TikTok, Little Bricks Charity morphed and changed overnight. It really was phenomenal. We started sending Lego directly to these kids. We started sharing their stories. We started celebrating in their victories, and mourning the losses. And this amazing community of medically complex families just opened their arms and allowed me and our nonprofit to become this cornerstone within their community. And I'm very proud, and I am honored to get to be a part of this amazing network of people who just truly care.
Yeah.
So the past year and a half, I quit my job. I cashed in my retirement. I've been living off my retirement, and I've been doing this full time since October of last year. Next month, we will have dropped off over $100,000 worth of Lego since October, which just blows my mind on how many smiles that is and how much Lego we've delivered.
That's incredible. I mean, I think that's one thing I resonate a lot with is like the pandemic was terrible for so many reasons. And obviously there's tremendous loss and a lot of people went through some very hard times, but also like I've been able to find a silver lining in a lot of it. Like the good time became a thing. I'm here talking to you because of the pandemic, because I was sitting alone by myself and I'm like, I got to figure out what I actually want to do in life. And I kind of ended up here and gravitated towards all this stuff. And I'm here because of it. So I'm thankful in that sense. I was able to find a silver lining, but obviously there's so much growth that has to go through a process like that. And another thing you talk about is you hop on TikTok. That's probably where a lot of these kids are spending a lot of their time. So like you're basically a direct, you'll be able to talk directly to them through TikTok. And like that, I think that's a beautiful thing about TikTok is it's just another social media app, obviously, that people can connect with. But that's the beauty. That's the positive of social media, where you can directly communicate with people who are like you or have similar interests, and you can grow a community around that. Obviously, there's a lot of negatives of social media, but that is what it is. That it comes and goes.
I think TikTok's done a really good job at something that no other social media app has done, and that is the ability to be able to quickly build the proper community, and get your message out to so many people. The Little Bricks Nation has grown to over 765,000 people in a little over 2 years, and that's all organic. You don't see that on very many apps. And TikTok has been a platform that hasn't just allowed me to build a community, but it has allowed me to build the right community. They're the right people. I would say the majority of the people that we that we appeal to or that we work with are the moms and dads of very young kids, from like a year old to probably 8 or 9. And then the other segment is those like 13 to 21-year-olds that are going through this, that do love Lego. And also they really do resonate with kind of the crazy and zany that we do through TikTok. Because, let's be honest, TikTok is an outlet for people to escape everyday woes, just like any social media. And while we do love telling the stories of these kids, we also love entertaining and just having fun with life. So, but it's such a spectacular platform. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing without it. And I'm looking forward to what the future is going to become on TikTok. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, no, I think we both have TikTok to thank for a lot of things. So I'm very thankful for them. Talk to me a little bit now. We've moved past, hopefully a little bit. We kind of leave COVID. We're distancing ourselves a little bit from that. And have you been able to kind of get your boots on the ground, go visit these kids, be in hospitals, stuff that? Talk to me about those experiences.
Yeah. So last year in October, my TikTok community came together and raised over $60,000 between a number of corporate sponsors like the NRBA, the National REO Brokers Association, an amazing company called BrickSeek, Allstate, through a large number of corporate sponsors like that, as well as thousands of people that donated through TikTok. We raised over $60,000 last year. And in October, I jumped in an RV and I traveled the nation for 5.5 weeks. It ended up being almost 7 weeks, 6.5 weeks, but traveled the nation in this RV. We traveled over 8,000 miles and delivered over almost $60,000 worth of Lego to 13 different children's hospitals. We did that teaming up with a bunch of TikTok stars in each state. And when I tell you it was fun and amazing, it truly was, but it was also tiring and stressful. I was literally driving 13 hours a day. I drop off Lego. I'd park in an RV campground and I would literally do all the media for that night, for the next day. It was so intense. But just like everything else in my life, I just went for it. The community was like, yeah, you should do this. And I was like, yes, we're going to do it. Let's go do it. The RV ended up breaking down in Tennessee, in Nashville. Luckily, it was our last stop. And all along the way, I got to meet so many amazing people through TikTok, through our TikTok community. So many people opened their doors, allowed me to use their showers and their wash machine to wash my clothes and let me stay the night. And it was such an amazing trip. And that was kind of the catalyst of getting back into the hospitals. Every single one of those hospitals, we were the first donation since COVID lockdown had happened. In every single one of those hospitals, the nurses are like, it finally feels like we're getting back together. This is just as much for us as it is for these amazing kids. And we want to say thank you. That like bug bit me. I was like, man, this is where we started, and we're back to doing it. So that 5 weeks was really rough. My wife is battling cancer, and she was here with my daughter the whole entire time by themselves. And this year we took a different approach, and we teamed up with Brickfest Live, and now we're literally hitting up a new city every single month. And so far this year has been so spectacular. We've hit up 6 hospitals. The hospitals in Dallas that we just went to a month and a half ago, they opened their doors and allowed us to build with the kids, which is the first time that's happened in almost 3 years. So, and that was really, really powerful. We met a young man named Devin who lives with muscular dystrophy as well as scoliosis, and he was having a curvature correction. So he had a halo. And with muscular dystrophy, you have a really hard time with your hands or your muscles in general. And he sat down with me for about 45 minutes and built one Lego set. When we finished, the nurses, the childlike specialist, as they were walking out, was like, that was amazing. This young man's never sat through more than 10 minutes of physical therapy. And you just sat there with him for almost an hour, and he completed a Lego set.
Wow.
It's moments like that that show me that I'm on my right path in this universe, that I'm doing what I was put here to do. And I am just so blessed in so many ways.
That's incredible. I mean, you can obviously see how much it means to you. I mean, that's what you want as someone leading this cause, leading this charity. You want someone who's so passionate about it. And you can obviously see that through your content and through just this interview, meeting you for a little bit here. How can someone maybe like me or someone listening who maybe not involved in that world, maybe not have bitten by the bug of Legos, but like wants to help out, obviously, like what can they do? What can I do? Someone like me, help that cause.
Man, there's so many amazing things that you can do on so many different levels. If anyone does want to help out Little Bricks Charity and help us build big smiles on 10,000 hospitalized kids a year, because that's our goal every single year, you can make a donation you can make a financial donation through our website, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. That's all available on the website, as well as credit card. You can send Lego directly to us if you feel more comfortable doing that. Again, through our website, if you send more than 5, we'll even pay the shipping. You can also, and this is huge for those who can't donate financially, you can share our TikTok videos. You can comment. You can do all those things that let the algorithms on all social media platforms know that, hey, this is a really cool story, and we want to see this more often. That's a huge help as well. And on a much bigger level, even if you don't find it in your heart that this cause is for you, look locally to other small nonprofits. Find a cause that you feel passionate about, that resonates with you, and just give back. That's what life's all about, is just about making this world as epic of a place as we can while we're here. So go out and just follow your heart.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's go. Now, last question I have for you. I wrap this up with every interview I do. You've kind of already touched on this a lot, but I'm interested to see what you have to say. But what gets you up in the morning? You can answer it however you want.
My alarm clock. No, I'm joking. I think at its core is twofold. It's my daughter, and it's also my community. I want to show everyone in this world that I follow through with what I say I'm going to do. and that I am here when someone needs me. So that's my wife, that's my daughter, and that's my community in general. I love the fact that my daughter gets to see from the very beginning that these ideas that we've had have become reality, and that anything you want to do in this world, if you just go do it, it's going to happen. You just have to get off your ass and do it. And for my community, having them behind me and letting them know every day that I am doing the best I can and that I'm stretching every dollar for Little Bricks charity, that's huge for me. It really is. So I would say people, everyone else in this world is why I get up in the morning. And I'm the reason I go to sleep, because at the end of the day, I'm tired.
Feel that. I one last time, just kind of plug everything. Let people know where to find you, whatever platforms you want to plug.
Yeah, if you'd like to follow me in particular and see my daily life, you can follow me at Little Bricks Charity Guy on both Instagram and TikTok. If you'd like to follow the nonprofit, you can follow them on Facebook and Instagram. Little Bricks Big Smiles on Instagram, Little Bricks Charity on Facebook. Go check out littlebrickscharity.org, and you can go grab some Lego bricks of your own that will be thrown up onto our world record attempt. If you'd like to help, we're trying to raise over $250,000 through both corporate sponsors and individual donors. And we're a 501c3, so it's all tax deductible, and it's really great for your soul.
Incredible. Awesome. Well, hey, man, Russell, it was really nice to meet you. Seriously, what you're doing is incredibly special, and I'm almost mad at myself for not stumbling upon you earlier. This is cool. It's, again, I'm very new to what you're doing and stuff, but it's been cool to watch these last couple of days. But no, I appreciate you taking the time, and honestly, everything you're doing is incredible. So thank you.
Much appreciated, brother. You have an epic day.